here in Outrun Open, round number 10.
Okay, hold on. I'm not ready yet.
Oh, it's okay. I got the replay. We good.
Yeah.
What
All
car?
right, so
what?
Elite Ace in the lead. Toyo Armani in chase. Back into turn 1 for the first time in 8 months. Elite Ace, big angle in the lead with that Camaro. AMG in chase, keeping it in proximity. Transitions across the bumper and charges late right into the door of Ace. Ace eating a lot of that inside curb. Unfortunately, many tires off on the inside of the... Elite Ace will give chase this time. Elite Ace, a couple of unfortunate tire drops in that lead position, especially on the inner turn number 2. They have a lot to make up here potentially this time, chasing Toyo Armani. Both drivers are going to fire off that 50 roll and head back into turn number 1 for the second half of your first battle in top 32. A big angle up in the lead for that AMG. Armani is absolutely painting the lines beautifully and very fluid. Unfortunately, Ace not really able to keep it in proximity. Armani a little bit wide, however, on the inside for turn number 2, but Elite Ace gonna mess with him a little bit.
Who is my... Okay, here we go.
There we go. McCrory up in the lead. Froese giving chase. UNK versus... I believe McCrory is still not with the team. I'll have to confirm with that later, but here we go. Back into 1 with a giant angle again for McCrory every single time. I just mentioned before in the pre-run, he is always going to throw that angle. One tire on the rumble, that is okay, but that's coming to loudly. BMW in chase to close back in. Proximity starting to fall away again for the second corner as well.
On that inside
Froese, we're not able to keep it with him, and McCrory pulls away to a nice, solid lead run throughout the entirety of that. All right, here we go then.
He's got a delay.
Leading this time. McCrory in chase. Gonna have to see what Froese has for his lead. UNK, they're not unknown to the Forza drift scene. He will go ahead and throw the angle as well as McCrory all over the door. Unfortunately, looks like Froese was dropping a couple of tires on that inside rumble. Transitions across the bumper. McCrory in the chase, absolutely filling the door as well for the second portion of turn number 2. UNK Froese, lots of style in the lead as well, but unfortunately, I think McCrory was just a little more ready for that one. Someone ready?
He's ready. He knows.
All right, here we go. Stance up in the lead this time. This will be UNK Scorpion in chase. Scorpion very excited for this tournament. Mentioned it before earlier. Stance, never a slouch in the drift scene. And that R34 is going to throw it backwards into 1. A little bit of angle correction through the middle of the corner, but still holds a really solid line through and through. It looks like he's going to go ahead and transition back for turn 2. A little bit wide in chase is Scorpion. Not quite able to match that angle of the R34 up in the lead. Off the line then. VPC Stance will give chase. Let's see if he can keep it a little bit closer this time for turn 1. He's going to keep it much closer on proximity for that initiation. UNK Scorpion, big angle up in the lead. Not quite tight to the inside, but tucks it in okay for the second half of turn number 1. Stance keeping in the picture, playing it a little bit safe, not trying to get too aggressive. Really beautiful line for Scorpion up in that lead position, painting that line through and through for turn number 2, but Stance all over the door of that Shelby Mustang. Movement, and sure enough, here he is out here again for Outrun number 10. Let's see what he has this time versus TSC Faded, who will give chase in that S15 Sylvia. Back in the turn number 1. VA power up in the lead. Stance all over the door. Tony, really beautiful line going into turn 1. But the proximity in chase is beautiful. All over the door through turn 1. And Tony, unfortunately, dropping 2 tires on the inside rumble and big angle. Unfortunately, as a result, and back on that rumble strip, that was a really, really solid chase as well, all over the door in that S15, and still putting down some really good runs. I'm very thoroughly impressed to see what we got so far today. This will be the second half of your 4th and final top 32 battle of lobby number 1. TSC Faded up in the lead, and Tony not getting the jump, not electing to take the restart, unfortunately. TSC Faded, as a result, is going to check out in the sunset. Yeah, does miss that inside, but, Tony not electing to take that restart, and that may be his downfall. Small over angle, giant over angle rather, and unfortunately, that will be the end of Tony's run here. So RTR versus Maserati battle. Let's start off lobby number 2. Loving the chassis choice for the chase driver.
It's a good call.
Next up, Ninja up in the lead. Throws it into turn 1. A gap being shown, but misses for sure on that inside. Will we see an overtake? Looking for it. Not quite there, but he's going to do it anyways with a very clean overtake on an Optic Ninja. And unfortunately, Ninja, shuts it down, knowing they made the mistake. And that's going to be run number 1 for Naught. Yeah, very nice paint as well on the chase driver. Get off the line and bangs off the perimeter before exiting the 50 roll. And Mustang Ninja not quite there in the picture. Sylvie paints that inside line beautifully. Doesn't quite get out to the outer, though. Transitions across to get back into turn 2 and very wide going in. A couple of mistakes in the lead, but Ninja not really close enough to capitalize on those mistakes. And Sylvie, without any major deductions, is going to be able to go ahead and finish it out.
Yes.
As well.
In the same car.
Very fun battle. in the exact same car. Yeah, good to see some throwback paint schemes making a return here for the Outrun Open. Back into turn 1 then. Profit and Chase. Fawning. Big flick into 1, but pushes it wide. That's going to be another opportunity. 2 overtakes in a row.
That was a good. That was good.
Very, very clean pass.
That was good.
OM Profit, TTL Profit. We don't know. It's just Profit. We've seen time and time again. Real clean. And yeah, Fawning not able to sit in the picture.
That was dope.
Point Profit just needs to throw down something safe. And at this point, for Fawning and Chase, just get saucy with it. Get aggressive. Do your thing. Get in the door. This is your opportunity to put it to some of the best drift competition you're going to go up against. Profit with a big flick back into turn number 1. Fawning just really not there in the picture. Gave it a couple of reps on the throttle. Not really to be able to keep it in the picture. Slow transition as well. And Profit, you see him out in the distance. Just checking out. This man is on a mission today to put it down big. That was a really solid run. So Shelby Mustang versus R35. Continuing your top 32 action in lobby number 2. TDR boy gets down to the inside. Not a angle for that TTR and way off course as a result. You can see it from the initiation. He wanted to set the angle, but it just was never where he wanted the car to be pointed. And straight off the track. Big understeer for TDR boy. Keep the party going here at Outrun for our big return for round number 10. I can't talk anymore, Keenan. How did you do this for like 6 hours straight?
With difficulty.
So Dakota in the lead. Big angle for that Mustang in that lead position. Able to keep it down to the inside. And look at that sauce on the exit of turn 1 as well. TDR boy making up for his mistakes in his lead by keeping it in the picture. Not quite in the door is he in that chase position. But Dakota, not necessarily one of the cleanest leads we've seen, but it's exactly what you need to do to finish it out and be safe. So Brady up in the lead. We've seen him in drift time and time again.
DJ Khaled.
Motorsport 7. Crucigero, another returning member of Outrun. Back into 1 for continuation of really solid lead for Brady. And a couple of mistakes in chase for Chris. Not quite able to match the angle up in the lead. Charges late going into turn 2. Pushes a little wide as a result, though. And Brady, safe lead, keeps it on line. Really solid job in the BMW to keep out the first one. Yeah. All right, Chris is here. Oh, my God. Keenan, take this. All
right, Chris leading. Pastrami giving chase. Chris with a good entry here. Good angle. Big, a little bit of a flick there. I don't know if that was just lag or what that was. Brady right there with him. Oh, Chris caught up on the crumble strip. That's at least 2 in the grass. Don't like to see that. Brady kind of giving him some room to maneuver. Coming out to the outer corner. 1 on the... Oh, Chris just threw it away there.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Yeah. Bravade gets the win.
Is he good?
Bravade, grazie ragazzi. Bravade moves on to the next round of competition. He's not seen them do anything else before, but at least for Outrun, this is the first time seeing them out, and we're glad to see Blackout out here. And in the competition, beautiful painted car up in lead position. We'll flick it into 1 with giant angle in the lead position. That was a really good way to start off.
Blackout.
Keith a little bit inside, but Keith pushes into the back of that car up in the lead. I was not recording the replay. I'm going to need a clip in chat, please. We need a clip in chat, please, for that one. And Blackout powers it out to finish. Keith running
Roller boy.
The chase position. Keith off the 50 roll. Small gap starting to be shown, but not quite getting away. Really not able to pull a massive gap. And big mistake for Blackout. Washes out a little bit through the center of the corner. Not quite too angle like they had wanted. And Keith is going to take that opportunity to check out into the sunset. Keith not necessarily online. And
I don't think we need that clip now.
No, that's why I said just run it. See what happens first.
Blackout in their chase position, but still nothing to shake a stick at. That was a really beautiful way to open up your drift air quotes career with us here at Outrun. Serial Snow making their Outrun debut in chase. Autoraker, typically an RX-8 driver. First time I've seen him in the Jag. He wins. Power off the line and go into 1. A little bit of an early initiation, but still gets down to the inside line. Okay, but that's a tire.
No, he does not win.
He does
not win at all.
The inside Autoraker making many mistakes up in that lead position. Really unfortunate way, but it looks like Serial Snow not quite in the picture. Doesn't quite keep it into the door tracks for the remainder of the run, but yeah, those 2 tire drops for Autoraker up in that lead position.
3 judging zones for Dale. See that 3?
Serial Snow up in the lead. initiates rather into one, a little bit left on the initiation, but still holds that angle beautifully. Really solid job so far in that Forza Edition Camaro. Open lead position, pushes out wide through the center of turn 2. He recovers it, but that's what
here comes Autoraker.
Shove into the door of that Camaro up in the lead position as they both finish out the run. Yeah, this is definitely an interesting car choice as well between the two of them. An R33 is not a common drift chassis for Trent Figure up in the lead position. Initiates. It's under the inside. Lots of angle for the chase driver, but not necessarily matching. Oh, one tire off, very close to 2 for Trent Figure in that lead position, and lots of angle up front. This is definitely some really sloppy drift on both ends of the spectrum. Both of them still keeping it to angle, though. Props to them running the lines, but still a couple of mistakes for the lead and chase in that run.
I think that BMW is a, I like a 6 Series.
Oh, no, Russell!
Russell in the lead.
That's not the line, Russell!
Big understeer going into turn number 1, and unfortunately, if there were any contention points from run number 1 to speak of, that is probably going to put that to
yeah,
bed.
because, oh man, because Trent had dropped, what, 2, maybe 3 tires?
Yeah. All right, so this will be your final top 32 battle of lobby number 3. KNC Giraffe up in the lead, UNK Cosmic in chase. Both these drivers are very, very stout with their machines. And look at that going into one. Cosmic open the door of Giraffe. With the contact even into the door. Look at all that angle for that wagon up in the lead. Oh, UNK Cosmic potentially transitioning a little too soon. Going into turn 2. Yeah, you were absolutely right. Pinching himself off a little too far to the right side of the course. And that is really going to be detriment to him exiting the course 2 tires off as well. Wrong. He's not a stranger to angle. Cosmic can do something pretty special here, I think. Giraffe probably going to be ready for, though. He's got nothing to lose by playing it a little bit safe. Let's see what he decides to do on this run. Big angle for that S13 in the lead position, but a little bit wide, unfortunately.
He thought
Wagon force up in the chase. Giraffe pushing into the door. All over the side of UNK Cosmic into the final corner.
Nice.
Stillwell all the way through the final corner. That is what you want to see in a chase run. There's quite a delay on spectate, so here we go. Then
it's more fun if that's just making it.
Oh no, I could hear you. Now I've got to watch. Now I got to watch the run on spectate.
All right, so SR20 initiates. Oh, Bert dropping 2 tires on the inside of the course in chase. Unfortunately, really not matching the line and making some big mistakes. Really flicky though. Lots of style. Man, SR20 is very smooth in this BMW up in that lead position, putting down a pretty solid run. Definitely one to look up for. I like the same.
Just kidding.
All right, RX-7 versus BMW battle. Keeping the rotary, and it is Bert. That's the initiation with lots of style up in the lead, but once again dropping tires onto that inner rumble strip in the lead as well. All over the doors. That's 20, and even chasing Bert to the outside of the track as well. Not electing to take the overtake, actually electing to keep it in the tire tracks and matching in the chase position.
Hoot also representing Team Lightspeed Esports, so congratulations for the new pickup for them. Ryan Hooter in the lead.
Just need to get this lower part.
Harley chasing. Harley in the S13 all Nissan battle. Not the best entry from both of them. Hoot has been able to clean it up coming into the transition point here. Good job on that touch and go. Harley's going to have to close some ground. He starts doing sacrificing some angle, but Hoot not too bad up in the lead position there. Hoot, her line was great. Her angle was not so great. Call this one. Appreciate it. Thanks, man. Yep. Harley in the lead. Hoot giving chase. I'd like to see Hoot get a little aggressive on the chase here. That's the point of where they've needed to work on. Harley, good smooth entry. All got 1 on the green though. Hoot 1 off as well, possibly 2.
Yeah.
That S13 is going to open up the gap here. Harley taking off from Hoot wheels, but gaining a little bit. That was
Schlappy stuff.
Yeah.
Want to start going back and forth in commentary, or what do you want to do?
Sure, fine, we'll do it.
All right, cool. So this time, OMC, Hoot in the lead. We're going to see what they can clean up this time around. Really good on the line. Maybe this time they can clean up a little bit of their angle consistency, and maybe we can put a better. That's not a way you want to open it up, though. With a little bit of a wide line going into the first corner. Gonna have to make some corrections. 1 tire onto the rumble, not 2. No harm, no foul. But look at that angle for that R35 through turn 2 and all over that white line as well. Really solid line going through turn 2. Drop some tires on the inside of turn 1. Hoot not letting Harley get any kind of a gap, and will initiate all over the door of that Sylvian lead position. But a gap starting to show. Harley not quite getting out to the outer either, starting to kind of run away with angle, really shallow, pushes out wide. Hoot needs to kind of get back into the picture here, unfortunately, not going to do so to the second to last corner, and exits the course.
It's a girl.
He felt pretty good about it, but then the substitute came in, he found out he's facing Toyo J, and he was like, oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god. Let's see what that Solstice has in comparison to that Mustang up in the lead position. This is definitely
More
going to be an
Hoot.
uphill battle. Or our fully built 4-cylinder.
Come on, Pumpit. I'm not even going to call this. Come on, Pumpit.
Oh, no, that's
it's
not
all
what
right.
you want
It's
to see.
fine. Throttle. Spin. Goal. Yeah, no, Pumpit was there, but it just
Yeah.
Jay just killed that.
So Jay in the chase, Pumpit in the lead. See what he can do in the lead position. A little bit of a late entry. He's going to go wide there.
Pumpit, no!
He had to try, man. He had to try to open up some gap because Jay is in a not slow car, and he is a not slow driver. Pumpit needs one, man. So I'm just going to give
TSC Cookie in the lead versus Tag Soup in their second Outrun appearance. Gap being shown, not electing to take the restart. And Cookie throws on the angle in that Camaro in the lead. Lots of tire drops in the chase position, unfortunately, for Tag Soup. Not quite ready to match what Cookie's doing in the lead. Cookie making a mistake in the lead and not quite getting all of that inside zone. But again, when you make a mistake like that and the car in chase does not capitalize on it, isn't close enough to do so.
Cookie opening up the gap a little bit, like closing it up to going to turn 1 as we head into turn 1 here, the second half of our last top 32 battle. Big angle, but gonna open the gap. Oh no! Interesting. Cookie went for a pass and the door closed. And we've seen a lot of overtakes today. Didn't quite get the pass done. Yeah, not a bad lead run for the second half from Tag Soup. Cookie right there on the door, but I mean, it's pretty clear it's all going to come down to that contact.
For no reason, he knows what to do. Go ahead and set one ready, Puppet. This will be your first top 16 battle of lobby number 1 with Armani in the lead and McCrory giving chase. AMG versus RTR Mustang battle. Off the line, Armani to the 50 roll. Going to have power on. McCrory not letting the gap happen. Initiates a little bit earlier than that lead position, but McCrory able to paint that line beautifully. Maybe not necessarily matching what Armani was doing, but Armani not quite getting all the way out to that outside rumble strip. Transitions nicely for the inner, pushes a little bit wide, but McCrory, again, not really in the picture. But I can't really say if Armani's lead was necessary for the mistakes he had in chase. Armani, very clearly a very fast chassis underneath him. We got to see what he can do to match McCrory. McCrory has a way to catch you out if you're not ready for what he's going to do. McCrory with the flick again back into 1. A little bit of a lackadaisical entry, but he's going to get down to the rumble strip, and that's a giant drop once again for McCrory. 2 drivers off on the inside rumble strip. He definitely had the right idea, but potentially not flicking the rear of the car fast enough. He's going to try to finish it out regardless. A little bit wide is the AMG in chase for the last bit of turn number 2.
Yeah, I should.
Production, yeah. We should do that. I think we mentioned that earlier. We should know
Sure
this
did.
by now. VPC stance, R34 in the lead. S15 Sylvia in chase. Back into turn 1 for this Nissan battle.
Yo,
Giant
come on.
stance, but all over the door in chase. Tire drop for Stance going into the second corner, but really solid, consistent angle for both drivers. Not quite in the door for the second half of that battle. Not quite able to get the stance.
Come on, man.
Listen.
All right. So what does Faded have for his lead? Stance going to keep it in the picture. Small gap going into 1. I can say small gap. It's a pretty large gap, but a little bit wide into turn 1 is Faded. Pushes it out wide, letting the R34 and chase to close it back in. He will do just that into turn 2, but maybe a little bit too much angle. Not quite able to surge in. He's going to do it for the second half of the corner. Charges in late, trying to get into the door, but can't quite match the tire track start the entire
time. 2 tires.
We'll see if they can make up for their mistakes in their leads and chases, respectively. Stance going to get off the line. And back into turn number 1. Big angle again for that R34. Gets down to that inside line. He's absolutely painting the line, maybe dropping 1 tire onto the rumble on the inside. And that's a little too much speed going into 2. That's a lot of tire drops in the lead, but the chase driver is getting saucy all over the door in the chase position. For the R34 in the lead, but Stance still not out of it just yet. Very talented driver in the chase position as well. This Nissan and Nissan battle still rages on with the second half of your OMT battle in top 16 all over the door, but not quite matching the tire tracks is Stance. Almost dropping a couple more tires than just 1 is Faded up in the lead, but still does a nice job recovering it. Not quite ready in chase is Stance. Really not able to match the proximity through the final corner, but still matching the angle well, but faded. Here we go for your first top 16 battle.
Okay, he's cool. We're good.
Wanted the gappening. Bangs off limiter again off the line and back into turn number 1. Big angle for the Maserati. Right across that line as well, but Profit not letting him get away. Pushes out a little bit shallow on the exit of turn number 1, but big angle once again for the lead. He's taking another overtake. Profit taking another overtake. 2 for 2 so far. It's all good. All right, so let's see what Profit's got. Up in the lead. Initiates back into turn number 1. Gets down to that inside line. A couple of small corrections. Keep it down there, but does so nonetheless. Good job matching the tire tracks. Is Sylvie in chase, but not quite there in proximity, but still at least keeping it in the picture for this battle. Really good job chasing what happened. Why make the final point.
I love you.
I love you too.
Back into turn number 1. Dakota sends it into turn number 1, and Brady not quite ready for the speed that the Shelby had up in the front. Had to lift off the throttle to Dakota, making a correction to not go off course. That's going to allow the chase driver in the BMW to catch back up, but still not really there in the picture. Matching the tire tracks decently, but just really hasn't been there after that big mistake on the initiation.
Time he said that.
All right, well, it's not over yet. Brady needs to put down something special for that lead, and maybe, just maybe, they can force a mistake in chase. Let's see what's going to happen here. Brady really solid lead in their first battle, and that's not how you want to open up a lead run, pushing very wide on the inside of turn number 1. Kind of paying some respects in chase. Not allowing the car to get too close to the potential mistakes from Brady, but keeping it in the picture much closer on proximity this time around. Brady getting
almost lost angle there.
Exit.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Still, thanks, I hated that.
You know what? If you can do it, I can do it too.
So Frosted Flakes in chase, going up against TDR Reefer up in the lead position. R35 initiates into turn 1, but that's a mistake. TDR keep putting a tire onto the rumble, but not necessarily the cleanest of chases either, unfortunately. Looks like the Camaro in chase weren't able to put it together and really can't hold a consistent angle, and unfortunately that's going to allow Keith for him to pull away off into the sunset.
Where are they now of everybody from Forza 2?
All right, Zero Snow in the lead. Let's see if they can do something saucy with their run at this battle.
Dale.
Push it into 1. Lots of angle.
Dale.
Or that Camaro into the lead, pushing it out wide. 1 tire off onto the rumble, not 2 though. Doesn't completely drop the ground onto the. Keith shut down.
What was that?
Keith potentially choking out the motor and not keeping the rear tires lit. That's good.
Cool. Great. Awesome.
All right, so
thanks for
trying to figure. Not calling this a David versus Goliath battle because anything can happen in drift. Unknown picking up Trent for a reason. He can do it pretty well, I like to say, with that pickup on the team. Unfortunately, just a little bit wide on the initiation for turn 1, but that's a big tire drop, actually, for Giraffe in the chase position, cutting a little bit of rumble strip on the inside, but a little bit wide as Trent.
But Trent had a bobble there, too.
You're absolutely right. Not quite able to get back onto the power into the initiation for turn number 2 this battle.
Okay.
Something's going on. I'll let you know afterwards. So Kane sees Giraffe in the lead. This will be Trey and Chase. It really depends on the outcome, I'd like to say. We'll see what happens here. Here we go. Giraffe
I heard contact.
Heavy contact all over the side and the back end of that Audi.
That was awesome.
In chase, the transitions across the bumper and pushes into the door, getting very aggressive in the chase position, but Giraffe with that smooth and consistent angle.
First of our top 16 battles underway in this last lobby. Or this last 32 lobby, I mean. SR20 in the lead in the BMW, Harley giving chase in the S13. Big jump there from the BMW. That was an aggressive flick. 8-bit Brian, where you at? Going into the transition, I'd like to see Harley close up a little bit. The flick again.
Nice.
That's not the first time he's done that either.
Nice.
That is just buttery smooth. I think someone's finally figured out sim steering there in front of us.
Can we get the replay on? Can you replay that?
Yeah. Hey, saying cheers, boys.
Harley in the lead now. Let's see what he can do in the lead. SR20 going to give chase. See what that BMW can do in the follow position. Wide entry from Harley. Actually, SR20 going a little bit shallow. Both of them kind of meeting in the middle there. There goes for the flick transition, but a little bit too early. Harley going to go out wide, door open to gain some ground from SR20 right on the door of that S13.
By the way, thank you to everyone out on Twitch for all but a second. I saw 101 viewers on our viewer count, so thank you.
That's the second time we peaked over 100.
for supporting us here at Outrun. Toyo J in the lead. TSC Cookie and Chase. Toyo J with the big angle in the Mustang in the lead. Drops the tire onto that Roman strip. Unfortunately, Cookie gonna have to charge in here for the second corner to get some proximity back. Is a lot of angle for that Mustang in the lead. A lot of angle for the Camaro in Chase. A gap starting to be shown as both the drivers will exit out the course. Really solid lead for Toyo. Now switching around Cookie. What does he have in that Forza edition Camaro up in the lead position? What does the Mustang have in Chase? Second half of this battle, Cookie initiates. Lots of angle on the Camaro, a little bit shallow on the angle. A correction in the Mustang on Chase. Not quite able to get into the door for the exit of the one, but gets in there for turn 2 across the bumper on the transition. And matching the tire tracks and pushes into the door through the exit of this course.
Exclamation point.
Yeah.
He really made up for it in his aggression and his precision to be online and to be that close. Like, he really showed a lot of domination in that area. Not taking away from Cookie. Cookie did awesome too. He's smooth, fluid, lots of angle.
One tire off of Cookie.
I love his style. Look at these guys.
Going through the last corner here. Jay in the lead. Cookie giving chase. Jay 1-2 off.
Yay.
Oh.
Glass shatters in the background.
Cookie in the lead. A little bit of a gap opened up by Jay. A big aggressive entry from both these guys. Jay nice and smooth, not dropping the tire like he did before. Cookie very nice in the lead, getting all of that touch and go, transitioning into turn 2. Jay right on the quarter panel, right in the pocket of Cookie. We talk about proximity. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Nice and smooth on the exit. That was textbook. From both of those guys, that was textbook. Thank you, Pumpit, for listening. I appreciate you as a person.
I mean, I'm still waiting on you to say send when ready one time at least there.
I'm half asleep. Leave me alone. Why you
Armani in the lead. AMG versus the Sylvia in Chase. Getting a little bit of a gap off the line. Lots of power in that V12. Not going to be faded whatsoever in Chase. Really getting in on the door as Armani runs a little bit wide through turn number 1. Armani dropping one tire onto the inside, but really starting to check out there for the second half of turn number 2. Potentially the Sylvia and Chase not in the correct gear. I saw him shift up there in the center of the corner for his lead in the first Great 8 battle of Outrun number 10. Gap being shown. That Fast 15 checking out a little bit into the sunset. Peyton, that white line to the inside as well. Ooh. And a bobble and chase for Armani causes a little bit of a loss of proximity. Closes in nicely for the power alley and back into the door. Pushing into the wheel well. Not quite matching the tire tracks, however, and faded with some giant angle up in the lead for the S15. Banging off the limiter through the exit of the corner.
Getting everything figured out, especially they got Profit as a brand new pickup. Profit is debatably one of the strongest guys in the game when it comes to 1v1.
Yep, and if you guys want more information on that comp and how you can sign up, feel free to join that Discord. That's going to have all your information for the comp set and ready to go there. Thank you so much for joining us today, Ryan. We're only halfway done with Outrun Open round number 10. Profit back into 1. This time not necessarily as consistent with the proximity to the inside line, but still pulling a decent gap. Not really in the picture is the Shelby and Chase. Going to close it in nicely into turn number 2. Matching the tire tracks, but once again, really not matching angle, but I must say Profit not throwing as much angle this time compared to the recent leads. Strategy here for his lead as well. This is going to be your Great 8 battle of lobby number 2, second half. Dakota in the lead, Profit and Chase. Dakota with the angle!
Whoa.
Going into turn
he had to go for it, man.
Shoots himself in the foot with that big tire drop.
That was good, though. That was good. That was good.
Unfortunately, brought it to the left side.
I like his spirit. I like his spirit. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Damn.
Nobody noticed my little meme that I put in. I'm a little disappointed.
All right, Serial Snow in the lead. This is your third Great 8 battle. Giraffe in Chase. Serial Snow in the lead. Once again, does that really weird feint initiation where he gets down to the inside of the course a little early, riding the rumble strip all the way through 1 and 3
like
tires off of the course on the right side. Looks like the Spirit of Dale may not be living beyond the Great 8 here.
Giraffe in the lead. Serial Snow giving chase. Giraffe big gap on Serial. Going to have a lot smoother of a line. Serial really sacrificed the angle, trying to catch back up to him. A little bit of a black screen, but it looks like we can still see. Big angle up front from Giraffe. Good. Couldn't quite hold it, but I don't think it's going to matter as the rockets come on in that Audi. Giraffe's got something on turn 2 and the drive off of turn 2 that nobody else has.
I want to see some battles. I want to see some door on door on door on door action.
I get the feeling this is about to be something fierce. SR20 in the lead. TSC Cookie giving chase. Who will advance to your final four and Outrun Open number 10? SR20 once again getting spicy with those lead runs with very consistent and big angle as well. Putting the exclamation point on that angle into turn 2 as well. Cookie wanted the door, but got absolutely phased by what SR20 threw down there. Exit I really haven't seen so far with those flicks, the fluidity with such sensitive steering as well. Let's see what he can do in chase. This time Cookie up in that lead position. Enters back into turn number 1 with a massive angle in that Camaro as well. Tire drop in the chase. Not quite matching the tire angle, but is definitely getting in on the door and transitions right across the bumper. Cookie is putting down the style, but my God, SR20 is not here to play. He is all over the door.
Not a good start from Profit, but he's going to get into the throttle, catch back up to Faded. Here we go. Faded in the lead. Profit giving chase. Here's your first pair of the final four. Very good angle from Faded. Very, very good line. Having to sacrifice a little bit of angle to get to that line, but Profit's got to close this gap, and he does somewhat. Still haven't seen some good angle from Profit. Over rotation keeps it from fully spinning, but definitely a huge correction there. Not something he can, not on a 0, but definitely on a deficit here. Profit in the lead. Faded giving chase. Big angle from Profit. Profit, when he's in pressure situations, tends to deliver. Let's see if they... big angle! It's coming to a stop, though. Nowhere for Faded to go, and then they overtake.
Great follow.
Great job from Faded. Heads up driving from Faded, ready for it. Profit look...
All right, second final four battle. Giraffe in the lead. SR20 in chase. Wagon Force versus BMW. Initiation into turn 1. Both drivers mirroring each other on that initiation, but Giraffe running a little bit wide. A little bit of a gap starting to be shown, but not even
right on the bumper.
I can't even believe it didn't make contact there. Not even a piece of paper between the bumpers could be fitted. Giraffe throwing the angle to finish out the course in a bit. I remember. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All this makes sense now. So SR20, formerly RB26, up in the lead. Small gap being shown on that initiation, but Giraffe will close it right in and get it on the door. Scraping the paint off of that driver's side door across the bumper.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's a lot of
brakes.
That's a lot of
brakes.
brakes.
A little bit wide is SR20. I don't know what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. This is interesting.
Angie.
Yeah.
Again, this should be a good one. Both these guys driving pretty similarly all day. Big entry from Profit. Who is this guy? Snap right to angle. Held it the whole way. Not to take away from SR20, though. Smooth, but he's going to have to gain some ground. Profit trying to put the distance in between him and SR20. Not quite getting there. Big angle over the line. Just holding it. Second half of our third place battle here. And I think this is still this battle still in anyone's court. Big, nice entry from SR20, but Profit is right there with him with the proximity that SR20 did not have. Transitioning, that's where that BMW looks so good all day, and it looks good again. Very smooth in the lead position. Very, very consistent angle. Profit not quite having the proximity. I don't think that's going to be enough. One tire off for SR20.
For round number 10, the glorious return of Outrun Open. Thank you so much, everybody. Here we go, back into one backwards angle for the S15 into turn number 1. Giraffe trying to match it, will push out a little bit of wide as a result, but charges into the door regardless, smacks into the side of that S15,
Kill him!
And pushes in for more scrapes through the inside of turn 2 as
Kick
well.
Him in the shins.
Here we go, second half of your final battle. Giraffe this time will get his shot at the lead. What does Faded have in his chase as well? Giraffe not getting the gap into 1. Faded trying to get into the door. Big angle for the Wagon Force up in the front as well, but pushes it a little bit wide as a result. Contact being made. Faded transitions across the bumper, kind of lazily pushes his way back into the door and matches the tire track, bangs up the limiter a little bit wide, but still in there for the proximity. Giraffe very smooth. 2 tires off, unfortunately, on the exit of the corner for Giraffe. Give it up for TSC Faded. He is your winner in the S15. As Speed said in chat, sorry, my man, you got to change the thing to a 4-rotor now that you won the thing. Congratulations to TSC Faded. He is your winner of round number 10, Keenan.